everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga with Joan Bossy. I'm Joan, and this is Yoda behind me. He likes the sound of my voice, and when I set up the camera, he comes over to hang out with me. So today is some yoga that helps with anxiety. I've chosen some asanas or positions that help soothe worry, anxiety, and also I've shared some breath control with you, some breathing exercises that could really help. So let's get started. Coming to a comfortable seated position on the mat. And if you'd like, you can grab a cushion or a blanket. If this is uncomfortable for you, you could sit on the edge of a blanket so that your hips come up a little higher than your knees. And close your eyes and just begin to take a deep breath in through the nose and a long breath out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. And then allow your breath to return to normal. And just begin to notice your breath that happens naturally all day, all the time. Feeling your feet touching the earth, grounding you down here. Crown of the head gently reaching up towards the ceiling. Chest gently lifted. Chin can be level, maybe slightly tucked in. As you continue to breathe here, noticing how your physical body feels today without judgment. And checking in with your mind. And if it starts to wander or continues to think of many things, just let those thoughts float in like clouds across the sky. And let them just float back out. Not trying to control them. Bringing your attention to your inhales. If your mind wanders, coming back to the breath. And checking in with your heart, checking in with your center. Maybe putting one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. As you just notice, allowing whatever comes up to be there. And whatever it is, whatever feeling comes up or doesn't come up, just accept it without judgment, allowing it there. We'll take another 3 breaths here. And then allowing the eyes to float open. As we come to a child's pose on the mat, a very grounding pose, sending our arms up in front of us, hips pull back, sitting back, knees can be slightly parted or wider apart, seeing how you feel. Sending your head to the ground, grounding yourself here on the mat. Maybe there's a little sway from side to side. Letting your arms settle down into a more relaxed child's pose. Taking another breath here, grounding ourselves down before we begin. Allowing yourself to come up onto your hands and knees. Wrists are under shoulders, knees about hips width distance apart. We'll inhale, the chin up, belly drops, cow pose. And exhale, rounding the shoulders, chin pulls towards the chest for cat. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Really paying attention to the sensations in your body as you move through cat and cow. Taking another 2 rounds. And just focusing on what feels good in your body. Maybe staying a little longer in cat or cow. And finishing up your last round here. We'll send the toes under, pushing into the mat with all the fingers, a little more with the thumb and the first finger. As we send the hips up, heels pull back towards the mat. Ears align with the arms. Bending one knee and then the other. Opening up the legs. And on your next breath, we'll take one more here. And we'll bend the knees on the next inhale. And we'll walk to the front of the mat. Coming to halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale down. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale to flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, last time. Exhale down, and we'll gently bend the knees as we rise. Inhaling the arms up, reaching out of the waist. Hands come together into the heart. 3 breaths here. Breathing into the belly, grounding the feet down on the mat as we reach up with the crown of the head. Taking one more cleansing breath here. And then allowing the arms to reach up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands frame the feet as we send one leg back and then the other into a plank. Knees can be down. And if they're up, sending those hips up nice and high, long line of energy from the crown of the head to the spine, all the way down the spine. Inhaling here, exhaling all the way down. Hands come to the side ribs as we inhale to cobra, peeling the chest up. Exhale down, really feeling the muscles as you move today. 2 more. And exhale down. Tops of the feet are long and straight and grounded down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And this time you can come up to upward dog or cobra. And exhaling knees and pulling back into downward dog or child's pose. You're welcome to take a reset in child's anytime during the video you need to. Reset yourself. Take a breather. One more breath here. And we'll begin to raise the right leg behind us, reaching that heel out. Inhale, bending the knee. Heel comes towards the glute as we push into the mat with the left leg, grounding ourselves with the hands in front. Chest is still pushing down towards the thighs. And then we'll straighten that leg. Inhale, sending that knee nice and high to the feet. If it doesn't go, you can place it there. We'll come into a warrior 2, sending the back foot almost parallel with the mat. Heel bisecting the front heel, bisecting the arch as we come up into warrior 2. And at first, we'll take a look at our stance, pushing into the mat in the back and pushing into the mat in the front. Equal weight. Grounding our feet down as we reach in opposite directions with those hands. Shoulders drop down. Eye gaze goes over the middle finger, but feeling the grounding of your legs like roots pulling up from the ground, drawing the energy up and then out the back hand, out the front arm. Eye gaze stays over that middle finger. We'll take another breath here. Knee is over the ankle. And then gently release the palm up, reach up for peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Exhale down. Right hand comes to the right thighs. We send the arm up for side angle pose. Right arm resting lightly on that leg as we reach out with that arm. Another breath here, belly pulled in. Exhale back, warrior two. A breath here. As we begin to straighten that front leg, reaching, kicking that left hip back as we reach forward until we can't go anymore, dropping that arm into triangle, reaching up with the opposite arm, holding here. 2 more breaths. And then keeping the legs straight as we release our arms into reverse triangle. The right arm lifts, left arm lightly resting on the back thighs. And coming back to warrior two. And from here, we send the hands to the hips. As we begin to turn the back foot into a crescent lunge, we're going to come to the ball of the back foot, finding our grounding, reaching up when we're grounded, equal weight in both feet. Inhaling the hands together and down to the heart. Holding here, feeling the legs strong, feeling the sensations in your body as you breathe here. 1 more breath. And from here, we're going to drop those arms. We're going to gently come to our weight to that front leg, taking a step forward into warrior three. So maybe you stay right here, reaching back with the arms, getting ready, practicing your balance here, or get ready for warrior three. Bringing the weight into the right leg, left leg begins to lift. Reaching back with the heel, foot is flexed down, reaching out with the arms. If you'd like, hands can also be at your heart or at your side. Reaching out here, breathing in, grounding down through the foot and the heel of the opposite leg, pushing out. Exhaling, bringing that leg down. 3 breaths here. Feeling your heartbeat, maybe one palm on top of one palm. Feeling your body vulnerable, working hard. Open heart. Relaxed and safe, grounded out on the mat. 1 more breath here. And we release the arms. Inhaling the arms up. We'll take a flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands frame the feet. We send those feet back to plank. Inhaling here, pushing into all the fingers and the thumb. Exhaling all the way down. Hands come to the side ribs as we reach up, peel that chest up to cobra or upward dog. Exhaling back to child's pose or downward dog. Finding what works for you in the moment. Noticing how your body feels, taking care of you. From here, head lifts. Coming to downward dog if you're not in it already. Another breath here. And on the next inhale, bending those knees, hopping lightly or walking to the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale down, reaching up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Notice your heart beating, your body working hard on its own. Another breath here. And we'll inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands free those feet as we send them back. Knees can be down. Inhale. Exhale all the way down, coming into cobra or upward dog. Exhale, child's pose or downward dog. And on your next inhale, come back to downward dog if you're in child's. Sending the left foot out. Reaching out away from the body with that heel, bending the foot. Heel comes towards the glute muscle. Breathing here. And then straightening that leg. Sending it forward between the hands. If it doesn't go, you can place it there. Turning that back foot to warrior two. Heel aligned with the back arch. Inhaling the arms out to the side. Maybe turning the shoulders down, turning the palms up to level out your arms. Feeling a long line of energy in your leg, pushing into the ground on the right side of the back foot, pushing into the ground on the left side of the front leg, reaching in opposite directions, relaxing the neck. One more breath. Flipping that front palm up, inhale up, reverse warrior. Exhale down. Getting ready for side angle, left elbow crosses the top thigh, reaching up. Maybe a gentle reaching overhead. Maybe your arm just reaches up today, whatever works for you. Some people like to open up their side angle pose, reaching up towards the ceiling with that arm, opening up those intercostal muscles. One more breath here. And then gently coming back to warrior two. And on the next breath, we'll straighten that front leg, reaching over as the right hip kicks back. Inhale. Exhale to triangle pose. Eye gaze is wherever you'd like, down to the side or even up. Holding here. Another breath. And then gently, when you're ready, coming to reverse triangle. Another breath here. And finding our way back to warrior two. Front knee bends over the ankle. Getting ready for crescent lunge. Sending the back foot out into crescent lunge. And coming onto the ball of the back foot. Inhaling, arms come up once you're steady. Holding here. Inhaling the hands together and down to the heart. And gently bringing the weight onto the front foot. Taking a step in the middle if you need to before warrior three. You can stay right here, reaching back with the arms. Or you can come onto that foot for warrior three. Finding your drishti or point of focus, maybe on the wall or the floor. Reaching back with the heel. Maybe the arms reach out. Taking another 2 breaths here. Belly pulled in. Inhale. Exhale back, down. 3 breaths here. Grounding yourself down. One hand on one hand on the heart. Beautiful. And then coming into our balance pose today, which is going to be tree pose. So coming to the front of your mat, I'll turn so you could see me. Finding your focal point on the floor, maybe somewhere that doesn't move. Maybe forward and backward on your feet a little, lifting your toes, feeling yourself nice and grounded, belly pulled in. Finding that mountain pose. Maybe closing your eyes. Gently bringing the weight of your body to your right foot, beginning to lift, maybe coming up onto the toe of the left foot, placing that foot anywhere below or above the knee for tree pose, Vrikshasana. Knees perpendicular to your opposite leg. As you breathe here, maybe growing your tree up, maybe coming to prayer in the center. I'll take another 3 breaths in tree. Relaxing the face. And then coming out of tree pose on that side. Finding your focal point for your other side. Bringing the weight into your opposite leg. Sending your right foot onto your leg, the shin, the ankle, or even the inner thigh for tree. Finding your balance. Remember, trees sway. Finding a balance today. Even if that's just lifting one leg, every little bit towards your goal counts. Breathing here. Another 2 breaths. And then taking that leg off your leg, sending it down. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhaling down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, coming to downward dog. Getting ready for pigeon, sending the right leg behind you, nice and long. Exhaling the knee towards the right hand, foot comes towards the left hand as we gently drop that front knee. Looking back, making sure the back leg is long and straight. Hip bones pointed forward as best as possible as we come to our fingertips here. And maybe you grab some books or a block and gently come down onto your hands or even your forearms. You can also come all the way down if that's in your practice. We'll take 4 more breaths here. Breathing into your body, into your hips. Breathing in grounding and peace. Exhaling joy. Inhaling gratefulness and exhaling calm. And while you're laying here, taking one more breath, if you find yourself rolling over to your hip, to that right hip, you can absolutely grab a cushion or a blanket and send that blanket under your hip bone. And on the next breath from here, finding your way back with your hands towards your body, leaning onto your left forearm, taking a look back, maybe bending the knee in, the leg in towards the body, reaching for the foot. Maybe there's a quad stretch here for you, breathing into that. And letting it drop if you decided to take it. Coming back to your hands, inhaling, pushing into the mat with the fingers and the thumb as you reach that leg back, stretching it out. Inhale, exhale it down, and do the other side after dropping down into child's pose. 3 deep breaths here. Again, grounding ourselves here on the mat. Breathing and noticing any changes in our body. Maybe you notice a difference in one hip. Another breath here. Surrendering to whatever we cannot control, letting everything go. You are safe. You are loved. You are important. Sending ourselves back up into downward dog so we could take the other side. Inhaling the left leg out nice and long, reaching back with that heel. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot comes to the right hand, knee comes to the opposite hand. Taking a look back, making sure our leg is nice and long, hip bones as forward as possible. Coming to the fingertips as we begin to notice how our body feels in this space, in this asana, in this position. Maybe we need a blanket for our hip. Maybe we're rolling too far to the side. Deciding what you need. And then when you're ready, taking a deep inhale and beginning to unwind, coming forward, maybe to your hands, maybe to your forearms on a block, or letting your arms stretch out in front of you if that feels good for you. Finding the stretch, maybe a block or a book for your head as you reach down, relaxing and surrendering to this pigeon pose. Allowing your hips to release the tension, physical and emotional. Another 4 breaths here. Drawing strength from the grounding of the earth as you breathe here on your mat. Taking your last breath here. And then slowly removing the block or the book or bringing yourself back to your hands. Dropping your right forearm down, maybe looking back, seeing how this side feels. Maybe you draw the heel towards your glute muscle, taking a hold of the foot or not. Maybe taking a look back for a little stretch with the neck and the body. And gently letting that foot go. If you decided to take that stretch, coming to your fingertips of your hands, taking a breath here, pushing into all the fingers and thumb, sending that foot back out, and gently letting it drop. Beautiful. Dropping the knees, coming into puppy, sending the arms forward, hips are high, as we gently bring the chin towards the mat. Any amount. Maybe the head touches, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we just keep our head up with the chin reaching down. Another breath here, stretching those shoulder muscles, stretching those arms and the chest. One more breath. And then finding our way back up, sending the hands towards the body. Coming down onto our backs. Coming down, using your ab muscles or holding the backs of your thighs. Any way that works for you is perfect. Sending the knees into the chest, maybe a light squeeze or a rock from side to side. And gently bringing the feet towards the floor as we take the left ankle, cross it over the right thigh. And maybe this is enough for you. Maybe just lightly pressing into the thigh or drawing that right leg towards you, flexing both feet to increase the stretch. Breathing into the hip. Opening them up a little more. Option to straighten the front leg. Maybe reaching for the foot, the ankle, or the shin, drawing that leg closer to your body. Feeling maybe a sensation in your leg, your hamstring, your glute muscles, anywhere. Focus on the internal feelings. One more breath here. And then letting that leg go back down. If you decided to take that stretch, sending the right ankle across the left thigh. Maybe this is enough. Maybe a little press into the thigh, opening up that hip, drawing that leg towards you if you need more, flexing both feet. Staying right here or straightening the front leg, drawing your leg towards you. Holding here and breathing into the body, allowing things, sensations and feelings to come up in this safe space. Surrendering control. You are perfect in this moment without doing anything. Your whole self, your love, your pure love. Focusing on that as you gently drop your leg if you brought it up. Both legs down, knees come back in. And gently come to a comfortable seated position by rolling over. We're going to practice Nadi Shodhana. Coming to a comfortable seated position, maybe sitting on a block or a book or a blanket if that feels comfortable. Or just coming down in easy sitting position if that feels okay. So you can always take this breath, Nadi Shodhana, excuse me. You can always take this alternate nostril breathing technique that I'm going to show you. Even if you don't practice this whole thing today, just this will calm you and soothe your anxiety. So taking your peace fingers and dropping them, sending your right thumb and your ring finger at the side, getting ready because you're going to be using those. Inhaling through the left nostril, closing the right one with your thumb. And then closing that left nostril, breathing out through the right. Inhale through the right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right, close left. Inhale right. Hold the breath, close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left, closing right. Last time, inhale left. And exhale right. Inhale right. And release. Exhale both nostrils. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale both nostrils. And inhale both nostrils. And just notice how you feel. And there is an instructional video that I have on this alternate nostril breathing. It balances the left brain and the right brain. It's a beautiful practice that can calm you down in any situation. So we'll take ourselves down to the mat, getting ready for Shavasana, our last and final pose. And before we do, if you have some essential oils, lavender, that's another surefire way to help your body relax. And if you get the kind that's already mixed with water that you can put directly on your skin, you can put a little on your wrists. And take a few deep breaths in with the lavender. This is 100% pure essential oils I've gotten from Amazon. And I've already put a little bit of water in here, so I've mixed it so that I can put it on my skin. So that might be something you'd like to get. And just another suggestion, when you come down into Shavasana, you might want to cover yourself with a blanket of any sort. But I like to use, when I do have anxiety or I'm trying to ground myself at night to get to sleep, or even in Shavasana, use a weighted blanket, which I got this one from Nordstrom. You can get it on Amazon. Any weighted blanket works. And it soothes the body by pressing down on your whole body. And you can allow yourself to come down into Shavasana by covering yourself at the same time. Arms can be out to the side, legs can be open gently. Feeling both shoulder blades on the ground, tailbone into the mat. Just beginning to let your body just weighting down into the mat as you breathe here. And you can stay here for 1 to 3 minutes or even longer. We'll stay here now for 10 to 15 breaths. Letting the tongue release from the roof of the mouth. Feeling yourself grounded here on the mat. Letting go of everything you've been holding on to. Letting everything, tension, physical and emotional, just float back out and up, away from you. As you ground yourself down in this safe space. Feeling your arms and your fingers let go of tension. Our legs and toes, pelvis and torso. Letting the head begin to grow heavy. Inhaling peace and exhaling joy. Letting all the poses you've done today process in the body while you lay here in Shavasana. And please pause the video if you'd like to stay here longer. Letting the stillness wash over you. And you can let your eyes float open if they were closed. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretching the arms overhead if that feels good. Deepening your breath. Maybe making some small movements with your body. And if you covered yourself with a blanket, letting that come off. Drawing one knee into the chest. And then the other. Taking a breath here. And letting yourself roll over to one side. Making a pillow for your head as you come into a fetal position on the mat. Taking another breath here. Thinking of 3 things you're grateful for today, whatever comes to mind. And when you're ready, pushing into the mat or the floor with one hand, head comes up last as you slowly come back to a comfortable seated position on the mat. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling the hands together to the heart. Bowing your head. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today on the mat. The light and the teacher in me honors that light and teacher in all of you. Namaste.